Hello, podcast number 79, Mr. Cox's Dad Stories. Also, make sure you check out Mr. Cox's Supercharged and Intercooled Science and Animal Videos. It's one thing, Supercharged Science and Animal Videos, Supercharged Intercooled Science and Animal Videos. On both those, hit subscribe, like. It's on the same YouTube channel right now, but I'm posting the podcast in some other podcasting places and then posting them on YouTube as well. And so all my audience, my great big audience, can see all of these videos I'm making. So I'm laughing. But so anyway, um, kind of like I was has always been with wheeled things. I drive safe in cars and try not to go too fast and that type of thing. But if I'm on a track or something, that's another story where I can do something legally. In the last video I talked about getting kicked off of go-kart tracks and things like that. So when it comes to roller skates, rollerblades, etc., same kind of thing a little bit. But I don't know what it is about wheels. Wheels, big, small, in between. I like being on wheels. So and I get more competitive than I am. I'm really laid back except when I'm on wheels. So one of my friends and I, as adults who should have more sense, went and got some. Not that there's anything wrong with that, with having them, inline skates, but I know, I don't have real strong ankles, even though I've roller skated for years. Never was an ice skater because of that. But the rollerblades, you got like this, and your ankles are more like that. So I tried to tighten the ankles down as much as I can. But we got them and decided to take them in a residential area, pretty nice residential area. There's a hill, that we drove cars over and walked over, ran over. I used to run for fitness and things, and was fine. It looked like a nice little hill to take rollerblades on. Being new rollerbladers, and I'm thinking probably, I was pretty decently good with roller skates. It would probably be fine, but rollerblades are a little different. So it's a paved road. It's a good paved road. Of course, there's little bitty rocks, chips, and things like that around. Makes it rougher. But there's little pores between the paving the rocks and the paving, and there's the asphalt that holds it together. The faster you go on the rollerblades, when you're going down a hill or something, it gets your legs going like this and makes your whole body shaking. And I don't know how fast you're going. I don't know how fast you get going. I don't know if it could have been 25, 30 miles an hour. It felt like 80 miles an hour. I'm sure it was not even close to a fraction of that. But with my daringness with wheels, my friend, I bet, wasn't quite halfway down the hill. We picked up speed fast. He had more sense. He ditched it. He just rolled over to the grass of somebody's yard and didn't get hurt. On the other hand, I'm like, no, dude, I'm going to ride this out. I'm a tough man. I'm going to roll. I'm going to do this. I get down. So I'm getting your legs going faster and faster. I make it. I'm almost to the bottom. It starts to like level out. Again, the hill doesn't look that bad, but when you're on rollerblades and you're going faster and faster, it's pretty intimidating. So I get down the hill, almost to the point I think I'm going to make it. One of my ankles gave out or something, and down I went, and I rolled and bloodied myself. And then my friends was like, dude, we weren't far from him and his wife and kid's house. And, I had to go back. So after we wiped out, I had to go back to their porch and get first aid treatment and bleeding and all kinds of stuff. He goes, I can't believe you just tried to ride that out, man. Why did you ditch out like me? I'm like, dude, no. I was going to try to make it. So another time, like I said, I used to take kids to roller skating rink all the time. Several roller skating rinks, one a lot, but then some others after we got into some trouble that wasn't our fault at the other one. One of our kids got blamed for something they never did. Imagine that happening at a roller skating rink. So, no, I still like roller skating rinks, but I'm just saying, stupid stuff happens sometimes, and you get for things. So, we were there. It was all the same event, but we were there, and I had. They had signs. You could have rollerblades there, but you're not allowed to have like the toe stoppers on them and stuff. They didn't want it damaging the rink floor or something. So nobody's trying to do anything against the rules or regulations. This one kid, I don't know, he was probably 21, 22, was with me, and then the others with us were younger. But we're going in, and he's like, dude, he wasn't trying to concoct anything or do anything, but he just says like, well, why don't you go ahead and bring your rollerblades? And I'm like, the sign says you can't take them if they got the thing. It says, well, if you take a Allen wrench or something, you can take that off and go. And I'm like, we looked at it. I'm like, nah, it's not worth it to do all that. So the owner of the place, who was also, and this is nothing against police. Police can be our best help in a lot of circumstances. I respect police as long as they're, not corrupt and that kind of thing. There's just like anything else. There are good ones and bad ones, and I have a lot of police friends that are good. But this guy that owned the skating rink, again, I don't have anything against him now. I'm just saying it was a stupid thing. He held that against us. He thought that my friend was being a juvenile delinquent or something, even though he wasn't really a juvenile at this point. Because, like you told me later, he was telling you how to defeat them. No, he wasn't. He was telling me to take the toe brake off the end of it, so it met the rules. But we didn't do it. So we get in there, we're roller skating. They rented the roller skates. I'd bought roller skates off him. I'd bought roller skates for people. I'd spent all kinds of money, tons of money, bringing kids there and paying their way, and from our youth group and hang out and friends and buying them refreshments and myself refreshments, skates, supplies, all kinds of things. And they knew that. I've been there. Well, I've been there since I was a kid. I went there and took skating lessons and stuff. But he's like all freaked out because he's got this whatever, thing because he thinks that this guy is a juvenile delinquent and he's trying to get me to break the rules, which none of it was true. So we get in there pretty soon. The little kids come over, pester him, and my friend, and he just said something about a pencil, but he didn't say anything like that. So the kid wasn't even scared. The kid laughed. I'm never for hurting kids or intimidating kids. This is stupid. Neither is this guy. So this kid was over talking to him, and then the kid went back over there. His babysitter was with him. I don't know how old the kid was, elementary school kid, and said that this kid. He said, "What that kid say to him?" He said, "Well, that he was gonna stick a pencil in his eye." He never said. It was just stupid, and the kid wasn't scared. He was just laughing, So the mom gets all freaked out. She goes to the roller skater rink, dude, and he walks over. I'm talking to my friends there. He walks over, flips out a badge. He owns the rink, but he's also using the badge to run his own security and stuff. He was like, "You must come back here to the office with me." And I'm like, "I would like to come too." And he's like, "No." He's like, he's not a minor, because I'm thinking because he's the younger than me, and I don't want his mom to be freaked out. And he's like, "No, you can't go." Because he's not a minor. He takes him back there and questions him. He calls the police from the town, the city police. They all come and they talk and talk. And they couldn't find anything wrong. By the way, this guy that they were getting for this, his brother is a police officer. He has respect for police officers. He wasn't doing anything bad. It was just stupid, just because this guy had something in his crawl because he thought he was trying to beat the rules about the rollerblades. So it was just ridiculous. So afterwards, and they finally didn't go. They said they were going to get him on threats and intimidations, which he didn't even do any threats or intimidations. It was just dumb. And it was turned into a big scene. And I'm trying to make some sense out and talk to this guy afterwards that owns the place, because I consider them kind of friends. I'd been there for years and supported their business, and they knew me and my family and these kids that I brought and everything, but they were just acting like awful. So I'm like, this, that, and that, but I can talk you sense to them. I'm like, well, okay, well, that I bought all these skates here, I bought all this stuff, I bring all these kids, and if we can't resolve this is the way it's gonna be, I just won't bring him back anymore. And he's just like, fine, so left. Didn't ever bring kids there. They could care less. I guess they had enough people in the neighborhood that came, so I wasn't trying to shut them down. I'm just like, if that's the way you're going to treat, because I would bring teenagers from youth group and stuff there. I didn't want them to be whipping out badges and dragging them off to a detention center or something. They're not even doing anything. I mean, if they've been doing something, then they need to call their home and do whatever, but they weren't doing anything. The kids that were with me were always well behaved, or I would have been taking them. I say always. I took one kid there one day, and he wasn't bad, but I got him out there. He didn't come see, but he was. It was a little kid. He just kept pestering this one girl so much that she spit on him getting away from her, you know. And then on the way home, was taking him. There's just like this group of motorcycle, rough-looking dudes. Nothing is motorcycle either, but they look, could be mean, and they got the girls in the back, and he like reaches over, pushes my horn, and then he like jumps down out of the seat so that they all turn around and give me the evil eye. I'm like, dude, that's the last time I took him. See, I won't take people that do stuff like that to get girls to spit on them in the skating rink or get motorcycle people wanting to kill me. I'm like, dude, they think that I did that down. He's like, he's funny, so we took him home. That was it. But I never had any incidents with kids other than this concocted one by the owner who must have had some kind of issue. So we started going down the roller rinks, and I take them a lot of times Sundays. We go to church, and then afterwards I take a bunch of them over to the next nearest city over and supported them for a long time. So, it's whatever. But I like roller skates and roller skates. I still have roller skates. I haven't used them for a while here. I helped with the summer program here. Last time I used them, summer school activity type program in the same city, and that's the first time I've been back to the one roller rink that I had quit supporting for years because we were taking groups of kids there, and I said, take my roller skates and go for some jaunts around it. But, I think that's it with that type of thing. Trying to think of where's, I could talk about maybe some other time about, I'm going to talk about sledding stuff. I'll talk about sledding accidents. I've had some sledding accidents, some stupid ones. Some of this is what happens when you're like a youth pastor too on the side. Like I say, I'm a aquatic biologist, environmental scientist, and safety and management person, all that. And I'm a teacher right now, science teacher, and I've subbed and down all kinds of things. But I also work with a lot of teenagers, and I guess that's what gets you get some teens with you, and sometimes they'll get you into trouble. But on things like roller skating, but they weren't even doing anything, but they did almost kill me one time sledding in the winter. So I'll make that probably my next event that I'll talk about on maybe 28, if I remember to pull it out that way and something else more spectacular doesn't come up that I want to do a video on. So catch you in another video. Mr. Cox out.